Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I am using the Everyday Witch Tarot, which is a deck that I've been using quite a bit lately, and I'm really liking it. I'm finding it really easy to read with. So one thing I want to say before I start this reading is that for the month of January, I'm offering private readings on my through my website. This is the only time of year that I offer private readings. So if you are interested in getting a reading from me, you can check out my site. I'll put a link to my private readings page in the description box just below this video if you're interested. Okay, so I've drawn 3 cards. Each card is going to represent a portion of the upcoming week. And let's start with the card for Monday and Tuesday. Okay, so here we have Ace of Cups, and I love it when we start the week off with an ace because the ace is all about fresh starts and new beginnings. So we're starting the week off fresh. And this card is really about feelings and emotions and the power of love and the power of connecting to our hearts and connecting with our feelings. There's something about this card. It's about not being afraid to feel our feelings fully. And if you try saying that really fast, it's hard. So I think that a lot of times we kind of go through life trying to numb ourselves a lot, and the thought of fully opening to our feelings can feel really scary and overwhelming at times. And this card is about doing just that, and it's about doing that without fear, really opening to your feelings and feeling them. And there's another piece to this card. I feel like there's a lot of heart chakra work that needs to be done. So connecting with that energy of the heart and getting into that place of compassion and understanding, especially in our relationships and our communications with others. If we don't come from that place of compassion and that heart-centered place, our communications can seem almost cold and calculated, and we run the risk of being misunderstood or misheard. So I think that at the beginning of the week, it's good to get in touch with that heart energy, that heart space. And we can do this just by putting our attention on this part of our bodies and by feeling this space and noticing what it feels like, noticing what our heart and our chest feels like. And doing that before we communicate with others, before we respond to an email, before we pick up the phone, or before we enter a meeting or something, just kind of getting in that space instead of the head space. Because I think, most of the time we're in a head space, we're in a mental, intellectual space. This is about dropping down into the heart. So I'm excited to see what's next this week. Aha, we've got 2 of Wands. So we've got a 1, we've got an ace in the beginning, and then a 2. So there's this logical progression. Here we have the 2 of Wands. Now this card is about pausing to reflect and to get clear on where we've been putting our energy and where we're going to continue putting our energy. If we're going to continue putting our energy and our time and our focus into the same things that we have been, or if we're going to change course and do something different. So this is really, this is about pausing to reflect. And I think a lot of times we forget to do this. We want to keep busy, we want to keep trucking on, we want to keep doing things. And sometimes we do just get caught up in day-to-day life when we forget to really go within and contemplate. What I'm getting from this card is that midweek, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for us. As you can see, this figure, he's holding the world in his hands, and it's almost like, you have the world in your hands. You have a lot of opportunities. And this is about really getting clear on what opportunities are right for you and what you want to pursue, because it's great to have passion and energy for something and to be able to work hard at something. But if you don't do the work that this card is suggesting you do, of getting clear on what is important to you, what you're passionate about, then you run the risk of expending all this energy and time on things that actually don't have meaning for you in the long run or in the bigger picture. So this is about understanding what your values are and what's meaningful for you, so that you can direct your energy in a worthwhile direction for you. Okay, so let's move on to the end of the week. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We have another two of Swords. And I have to say that in this month of January, I've been doing a lot of private readings for people, and I've noticed that certain cards keep coming up in like almost everybody's reading. And this card, the Two of Swords, has come up a lot. There's been a lot of people that have gotten the Two of Swords. So here we have the Two of Swords for the end of the week. And it's interesting because the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands are kind of similar in that they're both about pausing to reflect on something. Two of Wands is about pausing to figure out your values and, you know, what's a worthy direction for your energies to go, whereas the Two of Swords is about pausing to almost kind of mentally look at a choice that you have. It's about making a decision and kind of weighing your options. Now, what's interesting about the Two of Swords is, there's a few things that's interesting, but the Two of Swords can come up when you're feeling indecisive. So be prepared towards the end of the week and on the weekend to be faced with some kind of a decision, and this feeling like you don't have enough information yet to make this decision, but you still feel this pressure to make the decision anyway. This is about almost being forced to rely on your intuition. So the figure on this card has a blindfold on. And blindfolds make it so you can't use your eyesight. You can't use that sense to sense the world around you. And it's almost like you're forced to have your eyes closed and to go within and to use your inner senses, your intuition, that sixth sense, to decide what direction you're going to take. And notice she's throwing daggers at this dartboard, and even though she's got a blindfold on, she's got one of the darts right in the center. So the message here is that you might think that you need more information. You might think that you need to know more about a situation before you make a decision, but your intuition is much stronger than you think. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out here and see if there's anything else that's popping up for me. And of course, I always invite you to add your own 2 cents. If there's something you're picking up on or something you want to mention about these cards, you're welcome to do that in the comment section. It just feels like a very logical process this week. Like each card seems to lead kind of to the next card. I think this is about doing a lot of inner work. It's about checking in with our feelings and checking in with our emotions, and then checking in with what our values are and what direction we want to go in. And then finally making a choice, making a decision, and really relying on our intuition more than we might feel comfortable with. And trusting ourselves. I think Two of Swords is about trust. So yeah, so exciting times ahead this week. So I want to wish you the best of luck. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this reading helpful. And you can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com, if you want to learn more about tarot reading. Have a wonderful week.